Oh, so it feels like it's been quite a while before from the last message, and it probably has been a couple of weeks. There's been a message that I've been wanting to bring forth. I just hadn't been clear on what exactly it meant. So, as you guys know, before I deliver any messages, I want to make sure I understand them, and it's a bit of like deciphering, putting pieces of a puzzle together before I sometimes get the entire understanding of the message. And so uh, there there are a couple of things since our last, my last message to you guys. So primarily I want to check in with you guys and see how you guys are doing. There's been a lot of things happening throughout the world. If you're in tune and you are following certain people, the truth, light warriors, then you're very aware of the things that are happening that, as you guys know, a lot of the the news will not bring to you guys. So you guys might be feeling just the heavy energy, feeling a little exhausted, drained. I know we just had, I guess there was like a super moon or something like that happened. So there's a lot of stuff happening and changes happening energetically, globally. So just, want to see how you guys are hanging in there. How are you guys doing? For me, I've been feeling pretty drained. But I'm very mindful. When I feel that way, I allow myself to retrieve and rest. So it's very important that you guys continue to check in with yourself, and see where you're at, and take the time that you guys need to replenish yourself in whatever way that is for you. So if you need to sleep more, if you need more water, if you need to eat less. Sometimes when we overeat, we're constantly processing or digesting, and that will slow us down. So it's not just what we're eating. If we're overeating, that can tend to make us feel a little bit low energy. And just overall, if you're an empath, you're an intuitive, then you're also picking up the things that are happening, like literally taking them on, and that might be draining you as well, or even physically making you feel not so good. So just keep checking in, and slow down, and just remember, you have to be grounded, you have to be firm, and really just mindful of everything that's happening, and so that you're not stepping into it, and especially not holding on to it. So make sure that you're constantly clearing and staying grounded. So I just wanted to start off with that. But the message that I've been trying to get delivered to you guys for the last 2 weeks actually is about praying for the animals. When I first received that message, I was just like, okay, I wasn't really clear, because I did see what I saw was a Noah's Ark. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? Are we gonna have some kind of a flood or like a disaster? And so I mean, I know that there's stuff happening, throughout the world, and sometimes I want to try to figure out where it's going to take place. And unfortunately, I don't always know. I just know that it's going to happen. So whenever you do hear these messages, just be mindful of it. You don't have to panic or anything like that, because that's not the intention for the purpose behind me bringing these messages. It's just for you guys to be connected and aware, and just do whatever you feel called to do as far as preparations go. And if you don't feel it's for you, that's okay too. However, I will say that a lot of the things that I've been sharing with you guys have been coming to fruition. It doesn't always happen right away, but it has been happening. So just always a good idea to be mindful and prepare. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. It's something I always say. I'm sure some of you have heard me say that many a times, because it's really about being ready. And usually when we're ready, that's when we're able to navigate through situations without going into a panic, right? So the praying for the animals is something that has been coming in very strongly. I know that they need our prayers right now more than anything, because I feel that they're not all of them, but some of them are in danger of becoming extinct, and that they're really being attacked. And what I mean attacked is like they are really trying to just make them be vanished. And again, I wish I knew exactly which ones. Um, and for me, really, that's not the case. I think all animals need prayer because they're part of our existence, and they bring harmony, and without them it's going to affect us. And so it's very important that we do pray for them. So if you notice that there's animals that are coming around, I know that there's been a couple of people that have shared with me that they have particularly birds coming into their home, like their backyards, and they're finding spaces to pretty much have their nests. There's just different types of animals that are seeking seeking shelter and protection. And obviously, if it's like a mountain lion, depending where you live, or a bear, you want to take proper precautions and maybe not let them just set up house in your backyard, or you might be able to. It just depends where you live and how comfortable you are with sharing your home space with them. But I'm talking about particularly more of like the smaller animals, because I do feel that they are speaking to us and we need to pay attention, because they're very intuitive and they follow energy, they follow vibration. And so when we're paying attention to how they react, it's going to be a good indication on, just kind of guiding us through what's going on globally, energetically, because they're feeling all the energy and the shifts and everything that is taking place. So be mindful of their reaction. How if they go into a complete silence, it's because something's going on. And just the same, if, like, for example, dogs, they start howling, it's because they're anxious. And I've noticed that that's kind of been happening here in where I'm currently at. If they hear or sense something, they react. So just be mindful of that. They are helping us and they're guiding us, but just the same, we need to protect them. So that was one of the things. The other thing is still about prayer. However, it's about just really, really, really going back into connecting to God's source. And I know this is always part of the message, and I'm very aware of it, but it's very important. And God Creator keeps asking me to give this message, and I'm going to continue to give it, because what I'm getting is that not enough people are in their prayer. And that was one of the things that they took from us. And that was not on accident. They intentionally closed any, place of prayer down, because they know how powerful the prayer is. And so what I'm being asked to deliver as far as message goes is very straightforward, very simple, but pay attention, okay? Because it's very important that you participate in the prayer, because what I'm getting now is that if you don't have time for God, then don't expect to be helped, because prayer, connection to Creator and Source, and having it be part of our life is not, it's not supposed to be just when we need something. And right now the world needs prayer, and so it's very, very important. It's very urgent. It's like you're being called to action in prayer, to start really participating in world prayer, global prayer. But it's not like a one-day thing. It's like I'm getting every single day at 8 in the morning, 8 at night. You don't have to do it both times, but pick one of the days or one of the times, and every single day connect to Source, connect and into your prayer, because that's really going to shift everything. And I don't know how many times I've said it, but honestly, I know that not everybody's doing it. Everybody's kind of like taking time, maybe to clear the energy, with sage, or just kind of doing a little bit of a recharge for themselves. But they're not connected to God's source. And this is very, very crucial time for everybody to be mindful, because again, what I'm hearing is, okay, people want this and that, but they never have the time. They never make the time to connect to Source. And again, that's the center of who we are and what keeps us in our balance, in our creation, in our harmony and love and peace. So without Source being within our spirit, then our spirit is pretty much not being fed, it's not being nurtured. So understand that right now, if you're watching this, please start sharing that the prayer is very important. So on my social media, on Instagram, I am going to share a post, and I really ask that you start sharing it because it's so important. I can't stress how important it is. So that's the message. And again, I also wanted to check in on you guys and see how you guys are doing, because me personally, I have been feeling a little low energy, and you know, I just want you to know that it's okay if you are feeling exhausted and you are feeling a little drained, but don't give up. Okay, do not give up. Do not become you know, complacent. Do not surrender to this nonsense, because we're almost there. We're almost there, but if you give up now, it's going to be a lot harder to pick up the momentum again. So just continue just doing everything that you're doing. Don't slack off on sharing information, on, you know, taking care of yourself in whatever way that is. Keep smudging your space, keep meditating, keep sharing information, keep eating healthy. All this is very important. Go for your walks, keep moving your body. Do not stop, do not give up. That's pretty much, you know, the message, and it's a very important one, because again, if you're not participating in this prayer, what I'm hearing is then when things become difficult, then, you know, don't come running and asking for things just when it's, you know, it's in your best interest, because that's not how prayer works. That's not how it works when we have a relationship with Source. We need to really make God first in our lives, Creator, and then from there everything else branches out and really brings back that harmony, that peace that is so needed right now. So please continue to just share your love and your light, and just stay strong. Okay, love you guys. Aho.